Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about why your life sucks. I hear this all the time. I feel it from my clients all the time. It's why does my life fucking suck? So let's talk about it. If you don't know me, my name's Raminder. I go by the RKH. I'm a psychic healer, lawyer, coach, mentor, activist, and I'm going to talk to you about why your life fucking sucks. So a lot of the time, I just hear the complaints about why is this happening? Why is that happening? Why does somebody not like me? Why does, this opportunity not want to pan out, etc., etc. And what we fail to really understand as 3D humans is that our life only sucks because we allow it to. We actually play a huge role in our life sucking. And a huge part of that is boundaries or lack of boundaries, not listening to your intuition, etc. So when I'm coaching clients, I like to go into the depths of why these decisions are being made, the reassurance, the validation, the expectations, and whatever. But I'm here to talk to you generally about things that you can kind of pay attention to and giving you an accountability check for basically having your life suck because that's your choice. And we like to blame that on other people, right? We're like, this person doesn't want to do this person doesn't want to do that, I don't want to have to do this, I want it to be easy. And it's not that it can't be easy. It only gets easier when you start doing shit you actually want to effing do, right? Like, it's not going to get easy when you are fighting against yourself and you're still in these unhealthy habits or patterns or toxicity. Like, how would your life be easy if you were consistently battling your own oppression? Basically, you're putting yourself in this, sand pit, and it's just going deeper and deeper and deeper, and you're asking yourself why you can't get out. But all the other obligations, stories you tell yourself, people that you hang out with, who you try to mimic, all of that shit just gets on top of you, and then you wonder why the hell you're not getting out and why it's getting deeper, right? And honestly, it's a process to get out of this. It's a conscious choice to want to be on the other side, or to want to do better for yourself, or to want to actually engage with your higher self for the universe, or you're tuning in, to your purpose and your intuition. It's a choice to do that. And a lot of people would rather externalize their power, right? So whether that's in their job, whether that's with their parents, significant other, with their friendships, with their current 3D reality. And they just say, this sucks, this fucking sucks, this is my life. And they're a martyr about it. And then people wonder how being in that martyrdom energy ends up leading them to more shit. I just see it all the effing time. And for me, that's why I stay really recluse, is because a lot of the planet is like that way, but I'm here to empower you to not be that way, because I know you have it in you. I know you're already there. I know you can see the light beyond this, or you wouldn't be in this video, right? And so it's tailored for the sector of you that are here to watch it, or that eventually see it, that want to do better for themselves and for the planet. And so we have to remember that when we are in this really low energy, we impact everybody around us. So if we think that nothing's working out in work or in our household, or like I said, in relationships, or you're not getting the goals that you want, you have to really think about where your mentality is at every day. Are you telling yourself that your life is shit and it's never going to get better? Or are you telling yourself that you can get through it, right? That is a super important part of this whole process, is what the hell are you thinking every day, and what are you telling yourself, and what do you need to snap out of, quite frankly, right? Because we can sit there and think and dwell about all these things in the past and then be anxious about the future. You may have heard the quote of how being in the present moment is so difficult. And Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about the present moment and the power of now. And generally, when we think so much about the past, we become depressed. When we think so much about the future, we become anxious. And so sitting in that present moment is really uncomfortable, because we are essentially programmed and hardwired to think about the past or to think about the future, and to allow that to dictate our actions, right? Allow that to dictate our mood. And we have to be very careful in not allowing that to overpower us. And so being in this present state, as I said, is hard because we're not used to that, right? But the present state is where we create. It's where we start to understand. And once you start to kind of tune into that more, you can make purpose of what's happened before, and you can understand your empowerment and making things better in the future. And you all have the ability to do that. Like, you may see people that make decisions really fast, or I have people that are clients or engagers of mine on my Instagram. If you're not on my Instagram, go check it out at the.rkh and follow me on there for more kind of daily tips and stories and things like that. But overall, I get messages from people as to like, how did you make this change really fast? Or how did you, manifest your relationship? How did you, leave law? So if you don't know me, or this is the first video you're watching, I was a lawyer in the big firm environment. I just stopped practicing in May of 2022. So 2023 is my first year of not being in the practice of law after about 5 years. And generally, I had to make that conscious choice to leave because it wasn't fulfilling me. People around me were trying to tell me how valuable I am. I was a number. I was taken for granted. And I'm going to do a whole video on what I learned in the corporate life. But that's to come. And overall, I get that question of how I did it, how I chose to. It's like, I was already on my awakened path. As I said at the beginning, I'm a psychic healer. And so my awakening led me to make these decisions. Was it easy? Fuck no. But my life fucking sucked. So I had to make the decision to leave. Like, did I want to continue to be under the man and a slave to the environment? Or did I want to do more with myself and with my energy and create more? Yeah, I wanted to do that. Yeah, that was empowering. Was it scary? Is anything that's worth it going to feel 100% all the time? No, because you have to be able to get over your own resistance. You have to be able to get over your limiting beliefs. And if the only thing you're telling yourself is negativity, in what world are you going to go beyond that and be uncomfortable? You're not, right? People think that the discomfort is something that they can control. And yeah, it is when you want to play small. And you don't want to play small because you're watching this video. You want to play big. You don't want your life to suck, right? And so you have to be willing to look beyond your current reality to really see, well, how can I make this better? What isn't working for me? What am I seeing on a daily basis that I'm like, oh my God, this again, or oh my God, ugh, like, oh, I'm feeling this way, like, wow, like, I just can't believe that, I'm still in this position. It's like, well, what are you doing to get out of it? What are you doing? So some things that you can do so I can keep you accountable are looking at things around you, the people, places, and things, saying, what doesn't fit? What do I not feel good around? Who do I not want to be around? How can I create boundaries? And that's difficult because that can be isolating when you're going through this. You may be surrounded by a lot of people, places, or things that are not fulfilling for you. You may have to have more distance, right? And that's just because your growth is based on you. It doesn't mean that everybody around you is going to necessarily grow with you. And that's a huge part of the awakening path, is understanding that our circle is meant to change. And if our circle doesn't change, we are likely not growing the same amount as like we were, or that we're able to if we were allowing things to adjust. Does that mean that you don't love people and that you don't care for them? No, it's just about maintaining healthy boundaries in that space, or at least until you can feel really secure on your own, where you don't care about the reassurance and validation. That comes from within. Closure comes from within. Acceptance comes from within, right? You probably hear that a lot. And you think that's so cliche or so annoying, or like, here we go again, my life sucks, right? Like, you end up on that same spiral. But the thing is that no one will make those decisions for us. We can be kind of told and given the tools to do that, but are we going to do it is a whole different question, right? And so that's one thing you can do, is look at the people, places, and things. That includes, again, relationships, friends, family, support groups, even honestly your coaches and your therapists, where you're going for, any sort of treatment or remedy. It could be your job. It could be where you live, right? So are you feeling aligned in all of your current environments, and taking a hard look at those and writing down where you don't feel good, and just tuning into yourself to be like, where do I feel like, ugh? And where do I feel like, oh yeah, this works, right? So really looking at that, looking at if you're getting enough rest, right? Are you taking care of your body? Are you allowing yourself to really kind of relish in your own environment? Having that me time is very important. It's very important for rejuvenation. And when you're going through these shifts, rest is necessary. And the reason that is because we are kind of being hit with energetic boulders. And a lot of clients get bogged down when they see that, oh, like, physically I'm not doing much, but I don't have the energy. And that's because we are a conduit, right? We're a shell of a being, and we're made up of this energy, right? Our soul is energy and it's omnipresent. And so when we are going through these shifts, our body is going to react as if we've just done a really intense workout. And so we have to remember what we're going to do when we're injured, or our body's really sore, or we had a physical kind of thing happen to our conduit, right? Or an illness. We're going to take more care of better care of ourselves, and actually listen to what our body needs. And that is actually very, very important when it comes to energy as well. And so looking at that, allowing yourself to sit in that space, okay? That kind of leads to meditation too. And I know a lot of people have difficulty meditating, but at the beginning, meditation is not meant to be easy. It is meant to help you clear. And so if you're hearing a lot of thoughts, or you have a lot of uncertainties, or you have a lot of fog up there, or a lot of anxiety, that is because you are hearing the things that are meant to be cleared. And the more that you do that, the longer you do that for, the easier it becomes to maintain it. And so it's not where you want to over hype yourself or burn out by putting yourself in that scenario consistently to get over it. It's about being mindful and accepting the thoughts and the limiting beliefs, and then working through that, okay? So that's what I want to say, a little bit about why your life sucks and things that you can do to make them better. I'm going to make more videos about this so they can be, more of a resource to come back to. If you want to work with me personally, I would love to have you in my individual coaching. You can sign up below for a session with me. I also have my self-love healing program, which is a 1-month intensive, and that is meant for women. And the reason that is because it's about healing the patriarchal line, healing our kind of feminine wounding, and moving forward so we can align with love. So both of the links are in the description. You can hit me up through my contact form if you have any other questions. But take care, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, bye.